Hey, what's up, peeps? Happy Friday, or happy whatever day it is that you tune into this timeless reading. I'm getting my space nice and smudged. I'm going to smudge you too. Some of y'all need some smudging. And hope that I don't choke on this, because this smudge smoke, for whatever reason, it likes to travel towards me. So, all right. I'm excited to tell a story for you today. So, take a couple deep breaths. You know the drill. Let's sit back, take a couple deep breaths, really ground yourself in your body. And you can do that by just breathing, by just focusing on your breath. It's the fastest way to get grounded into your body. So let's do this. I'm going to start off with, I'm going to start with charms, because you're charmed, I'm sure. So, and this time, I'm going to keep the charms, I'm going to keep them on the table. Because last week when I did the message, so many cards came up with the same message as the charms. So this time I'm going to keep the charms on the table. So when we have clarifications and when Spirit is yelling, over and over again, well, we won't say yelling. They're confirming, they're clarifying, All right, hold on. I'm just going to get rid of this one thing. I always tend to grab this. It's branches. And there are two of them in there, and I don't want it in here. Okay, so here's the bag. All right, keep breathing. I got a handful. Oh, puzzle piece. Somebody's still puzzled and confused, or somebody knows the missing puzzle piece. There's a song. It was like a clip of three young, probably college students singing a cappella with one woman playing the guitar. And one of the lines in that song was, something like, "You have my head in pieces." So anyway, somebody is just puzzled in their mind, or they found the missing puzzle piece to their life, or somebody just likes doing puzzles. I don't like doing puzzles. Cue the music. I like to play music because music is not only healing, but there's messages in music. I usually play my slow song list. But this time I'm going to play my dancing music, and it's on shuffle. So when it's on shuffle, that means the DJ is the Holy Spirit. So we're on Give It To Me Baby by Rick James, but we're going to just fast forward because I was listening to that and dancing. I should have taken this out. I was going to take this out too, because it comes up all the time, because it's just so easy to grab and it just always wants to be held. This is a good crystal for positivity. So hopefully we'll have a lot of positive messages. You guys, this came up again. See this charm bag? One day I'm going to take a video and show you all my charms. So when things come up again and again and again, that's just Spirit conking us over the head with the same message. So from week to week to week, that's why it's good for you, the viewer, or if you're a new viewer, to go back and watch these. I'm trying to be very consistent. Unless I have something going on Friday, I'm going to be very consistent when I finish my day and go into my night. Before I go into my night, I promised myself that I would record a reading. They're usually about an hour and some change. If I can only do 5 minutes, I'll do 5 minutes. But I want to be consistent. So if you go back and review those readings, you'll see that I think last week I pulled up this too. And I love when readers out there, when they say there's a spirit baby coming or whatever, it could be a business. What about us 50 plus people in menopause who cannot have babies? unless by a miracle, which we all know that's only happened to one woman. Okay? So this could also symbolize maybe somebody having an oral fixation or somebody needing to be pacified, or a new beginning in a business or a baby. But it could be a business. So this is the second time it's come up. And this is, whoops, don't fall. The second time the black obsidian has come up again. So I'm just going to say, whatever it is that you're birthing, it's protected. Because you got a lot of protection around you. So don't be worried when you hear, like I follow some readers, of course, because I'm a reader. So I follow readers. Readers follow readers. I'm impressed at some of the readings that they bang out daily, because I do one on Friday. When I'm done, I log off, I get a glass of wine, and I'm like, whoo! It's a lot of energy, a lot. So to the readers I follow, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you, when I hit it big, you're the first people I'm going to spoil, because I know the energy you're putting out there, and you do them for free. And your readings are not cheap. And they shouldn't be. So thank you for your readings. I don't know why I said all that. Something about the positive energy. Hoping that this message will be positive. Because the messages that come with, warnings or, dark stuff, those are hard. You have to do some serious clearing after doing those readings with those messages. I'm hoping to only bring out some positive or things about growth. But if there's something I need to warn you about energetically, I'm going to do that. But I'm glad this came up. And I'm glad this was pulled in the bag too. This is the same thing, the rain. This could represent protection from the elements. Protection. Rain is also auspicious. Rain is a good omen. And rain is just, rain is a beautiful sound. It's very soothing. It's Earth Day today. Hey, Earth Day! Big up to the Church of the Great Outdoors. I'm dedicating this reading to the earth. So, but, you don't know how important rain is until you have a drought. So, rain is important, and being covered by the rain and staying dry is important too. So this is all about protection. But rain is also auspicious, So if it rains on your wedding day, do you know that's good luck? Rain on your wedding day is good luck. If you have, I read about a superstition that if it, if a pipe bursts or water gets into your house, or you have like a water damage, whatever, that's actually auspicious. And I can testify to that, because where I'm sitting right now, I used to have a little couch, and I was on my laptop when I was working full time, and a pipe had burst, and it started raining like waterfalls through my fixtures. I was supposed to be teaching a class. Actually, I was supposed to have lunch, and my lunch got canceled. And I was in my yoga gear because I had a class, and I was like, well, lunch got canceled with a friend. Let me just do some work on the computer. Had I not been home, I would have lost my house. And the reason why it rained in my house, like the waterfalls through the pipes breaking upstairs, is because the water wasn't running. But the association that I live in, they were doing water projects, so they kept shutting off the water. So I called in the morning, I'm like, hey, my water's not running. And it's, they're like, oh no, management knows, we shut off the water. Okay. And it wasn't like it was really cold or anything when it was in the winter. So I was like, okay, my water shut off for a reason. And they made a mistake. The management made a mistake. They told me that it was shut off on purpose, but it really wasn't. My pipes are frozen. So I was home at the time that it happened. That was a miracle. And I was able to, in an instant, didn't even have time to think. This is what being on the edge is like. You go into survival mode. I put little pots, called the association, had a couple of guys there to help shut off my water. I didn't even know where to shut off my water. And in the end, so I'm speaking my truth because I'm coughing. In the end, it wasn't that bad overall because I was home and I was able to save everything. But the water damage left enough for me to get some insurance money. And you know what it made me do? It made me clear out my home. It made me clear out the whole space downstairs. And my house was getting pretty cluttered. And so the rain that came down in my house on the inside was actually a good omen. I was blessed to be home to save it and to have people at my door instantly. And I got a little bit of insurance money to help clear my space. I ended up painting and clearing and throwing a lot of stuff away. So it was a good omen. And we have this again. I'm going to pull some more charms because this is the same stuff. Trees, oxygen, Church of the Great Outdoors, Earth Day, roots. You know, the deeper the roots, the taller the tree. So, and then there's flowers, represents beauty, the Church of the Great Outdoors. Oh, we got something that has to do with health. We had something last week that had to do with health. Let's see what this one says. It says, it's in a different language. Amor, something amor. Esperanza amor. Fi esperanza amor. It's in another language. Something about love. If you know, you can DM me. So I think it's the smudge because it's fresh, but it's out now. And what? It's casting out all the demons. 2 hearts. Now, I heard somebody describe this as unrequited love because they weren't equal, but I see it as like a male and female, with a male protecting the female love. So I see it as that. A leaf. So more Church of the Great Outdoors. Somebody needs to get outside, I think. You can hang it up or you can hang on. Your choice. I'm going into the charm bag for more because we had like 4 duplicates from last week. And I want some new energy, new messages. Comes in the ocean. I mean, this lives in the ocean. It looks like a jellyfish, like a colorful jellyfish. Or it's not it looks like a jellyfish. Oh, look at this, you guys. It's a little jar of tiny Herkimer diamonds. I would love, you know those beads that we wear, those bright crystal beads? I would love one made out of Herkimer diamonds. I don't see it anywhere, but I'm going to start looking for that. But this is, it's just a bottle of Herkimer diamonds. It's so beautiful. Herkimer diamonds is known as the dream stone. It is the crystal that charges up all crystals. So you want Herkimer diamonds spread around your crystals. It's the dream stone. So if you have a hard time remembering your dreams, or if you want to manifest dreams quicker, then use the Herkimer diamonds. Yeah, trust. Trust. Trust is on the table. Ooh, I love when I pull a little tarot card. It's the magician. You can do magic. Use your crystals. Use your Herkimer diamonds. Ooh, somebody's wearing a mask. This is a mask. When you cover yourself up. I know the mask mandate has been dropping, and you don't have to wear a mask on a plane. I'm gonna be flying again soon. Flying next month, and I thought about whether I would wear my mask because I kind of like the cleanliness of the mask, especially on the plane, because there's not a lot of air in there, and I don't want to smell everybody's breath. Forget COVID, I just don't want to smell everybody's germs. So I don't know to wear a mask or not to wear a mask, but somebody's wearing a mask, and if you're wearing a mask that's not protecting you from germs, you're not telling the truth. Somebody's not telling the truth either to themselves or to other people. Either you're stuck, right? You either hung up, or you're anchored like the tree roots. So these charms can have different meanings. So Somebody's either anchored or they're stuck. Well, here's the ship wheel. So maybe somebody is, taking the lead, being the ship of the captain, and you're protected. You're protected, the hand of protection. So with the little seashell, maybe you should go by the ocean, because I see the seashell and now the jellyfish. RX, again, is health. For your health, spend time by the ocean and be outside, because Earth outside is medicine, because you're a star and there's a starfish. So we have multiple messages. We have the boat and the anchor and the steering. So somebody's steering their ship. Maybe they're out on the ocean. Maybe that's what this, if it's not rain, it represents water. You definitely have somebody that's hung up or hanging on to that missing puzzle piece. And maybe you're going to do some magic to figure out what that missing puzzle piece is in your life. I don't want to lose this little card. It's very small and I don't want to lose it. Somebody also wearing a mask. Somebody not telling the truth to themselves and to other people. I don't know why you don't, because you're protected. Yeah, the church of the great outdoors, the beautiness, the two hearts that beat as one. You gotta trust it. All right. I'm going to put the charms aside. We're going to cue the music. Let's see what Spirit wants us to start with. Oh, it's spinning. Great. Let's get the card shuffled while the music is thinking. Let's see what we have today. What are we opening this reading with? What is the energy? What the heck is going on, music? Saying something. Hold on. Says the video may be inappropriate for some. I'm going to confirm. Oh, get the fuck out of bed, bitch. That's funny. Somebody needs to get up and get going. Somebody who's lazy needs to get up and get going. Only You by Biggie and Maze. Only you. Only you. This reading is for only you. All right, let's see. Holy Spirit. Thank you, God, for trusting with this power. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for clearing this deck and all my tools. Thank you, ancestors, for guiding me to the answers. For guiding me, because you already know the answers. You're a high priestess too. Very intuitive energy on the table. So somebody is either tapping into their intuition or they're Googling to find out more about what are tarot readings? What's an oracle reading? How do I learn to become a tarot reader? What's a twin flame? How can I know if someone's my soulmate? How do I discern between intuition and fear? Somebody's doing a lot of studying. I wouldn't be surprised if the study card came out from my Yoga Breacher deck. Well, I was upside down too. Someone doesn't have the strength right now. Someone's probably in their toxic ego, the toxic side of their ego. Somebody who doesn't have enough strength, inner strength to control their rage. So someone's having a challenge with controlling their pride and their ego. Maybe they're going to use their intuition. Nope. I swear, sometimes I think these cards are like, they all fall out. When they all start falling out upside down, it's kind of like, what's going on? I don't like that. I could easily just say I'm not reading reversals, but this deck was, it came with reversal descriptions. And when it does, it's meant to be read in reversals. So I'm going to do that. All right, so let's see. We have somebody who's using their intuition. Probably because going by their ego and their pride is not getting them what they want. I'm not taking these, sorry. A lot jumped out, and I don't like that. I don't like when a lot jumps out. But you know what? This isn't about what I like. So I'm going to shuffle again. And if a bunch fall out, I'm reading them all. Not a bunch, but 3. Let's see. Somebody who wants to move fast. Somebody who wants to get out of Dodge and move fast because they're tired of giving to others and they're tired of being sneaky. They want to move away from giving to people. This person's like, you can see in the upright, it's like, here, you get some, and you get some, and you get some. But when it's upside down, it's like, y'all getting cut off of the supply. Whether it's their money or your energy. Sometimes, you could have really good energy and just people just want to be around that, 2 just jumped right on out. I love that. And somebody who's trying to seek some balance. I'm putting that under, I said somebody who's seeking, justice, balance in their justice. And what's upside down? Temperance. That's about balance and an even flow. So there's no even flow right now in your energy. And it's causing you to lose it a little bit because it's under the strength. And I would be losing it too. Like, there was a time in my life where I was giving away my energy freely. And it's funny because you can do it for so long and give it so big that when you pull back, people have the nerve. Like, why aren't you giving to me? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you traveling to come see me? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you coming along? It's like the demands of your time and your energy, can be so overwhelming that it can make you lose your temper. But if you've been giving it freely, why do you expect people to not react when you don't give it? It's sometimes you have to just remind people of your boundaries. Or you simply state, no, full sentence, full stop. No, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing all the driving. I'm not picking up all the tabs. I'm not going to be on the phone, let you bleed my ears for 2 to 3 hours. Because you want balance. You want people who are going to do that for you. What about somebody coming to pick you up, take you out to dinner? Your judgment. That would be your judgment. Because if you're doing things for people all the time, one day you wake up and you're like, you know what? I wonder if people, is that all they need me for? Anyway, this person wants, who's ever watching, it's either you or whatever you're inquiring, wants to move fast because they want their balance. They want their judgment. They want their equal. They want what's owed to them. You want to know how people value you? Pull back on the things that you used to give so freely and see if they'll still, hey, let me, I haven't heard from you or whatever. Or let me do this for you. I'm not taking that, sorry, because I'm not done with my thought. Somebody wants balance. Somebody wants equal reciprocity. Balance. Somebody wants balance. And I don't blame them. Because I'm at a point in my life, if it's not balanced, it ain't happening. It's not in my energy. I'm not wasting my time anymore. I'm too old. I'm going to be a magical number this year. 5'5". I am too old. Like once I turn 55, I can officially say I'm pushing 60. And I'm not wasting my energy. You want to know who loves you? Pull back a little and see what people that you've been giving and giving and giving, see what they do. 3 of Pentacles. See if they're willing to work together with you. Collaborate. Because these people, they're all 3 of them, they're all working together. One's doing the drawing, one's doing the directing, one's doing the modeling. Somebody's got to be the model. Somebody's got to be the muse. All right, one more. And that, I have to stop and say, under the person that, whatever the energy is that's pulling back. Like, I'm not giving anymore because I want to be in partnership. I want all partners doing something. There's no room in your life for you doing all the work while someone's sitting their ass on the couch watching you do the work. Oh, that would just make me, oh my God, sorry, that just hit my spirit. I just had a vision of somebody that I knew that was just a lazy person. They were great for, like, they would wake up at 2 a.m. if they had to do whatever it is the fun that they like to do. But when it came to work and discipline, when you're around that energy, I got to the point where I was like, I'll never forget. And I know she works with me, my grandmother on my father's side, my Nana. Or Nana, they call her Nana, Nana. She's just a beautiful person. And I remember her saying, we were talking about lazy people, and she said, oh, that just makes me want to smack them. Like, when they're that lazy, it just makes me want to smack them. And I just thought of this old lady talking about wanting to smack somebody. I thought it was so cute. I was like, yeah, it does. Like, lazy people make me want to slap them. Like, if you're in my energy and you want to be all up in this energy and you're lazy as AF, no, I can't tolerate that. I did in my younger years, but I can't. So somebody is saying, you know what? Enough. And good for you. Because you can do magic. Didn't I say that I'm going to keep the charms on the table because they're clarifying? Didn't I say you can do magic? You can do anything your heart desires. And somebody's probably looking up, how do I manifest? 1,000,001 videos on YouTube. How do I manifest my soulmate? How do I call in my soulmate? How do I manifest money? How do I manifest love? How do I manifest a solution? You can manifest whatever you want. It is your birthright. Just don't manifest where you are forcing somebody to do something against their will. I say that every week because it's very, very important. That message is very, very important because that'll backfire and you'll be sorry. Somebody needs to manifest maybe some opportunities and some money because this King of Pentacles is upside down. It's either his money is dwindling or funds aren't going where they need to go, or this king is disorganized and is just not in his royal seat. Your money is looking kind of funny. It's probably because you've been giving it to too many motherfuckers. That's why he said, hey, I'm walking away. And you know what? You can keep those swords too. I got these. I got my swords. I'm out. No more. Walking away from that. Ugh. You have to. Okay? You have to, because it's screwed up your money. So this message is important because, I mean, we want to focus on love too, but if your money is funny and all you have around you is a bunch of takers, I bet you're not going to think about love. Bottom of the stack. You're going to be thinking about your career, your coins, your foundation, your roots. You know, that's what you need to hang up. Hang up giving to everybody. Hold on, I have another message. It just came to me, but I need the charm. Hanging on, everybody hanging on to you. Tell them to hang it up. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords upside down. You it's like the lies. There's more lies. There's more cover up. There's more deception. Yeah, that's not good. Boy, this reading is just woo. I'm gonna get some clarifiers from this. I love this tarot deck because it's more about lessons it's so like the interpretation of the creator. First of all, that's not in reversals, but I just like it because it's Four Swords. Okay, it's not in reversals, so I'm not reading reversals. Thank God I just said that out loud. Somebody needs to meditate. And we're clarifying the first two cards here. The Magician. The Justice. Somebody using their intuition. Oh, that's all you really need. You want to get justice, sit in silence. This is the meditation card. You have to withdraw from the world to heighten your intuition. For the last 2 years, I've always been intuitive. I've been reading tarot since I was 16. And it got to the point where my intuition was so strong that I didn't even need tarot. I could sit and I could just, if you opened up to it, I could just read you. I could have a conversation and my intuition would be more on point than these cards. But I dusted them off during the pandemic because I had a lot of time, so it's like, I dusted off my violin during the pandemic too. So, what I'm trying to say is your intuition is all you really need. But most people won't stop their lives for 5 minutes. Never mind like a good meditative session. But if you're confused about the missing puzzle piece, you gotta go into your intuitive gut. Go by the ocean. That's why we're seeing the shells, the starfish, the jellyfish. Nothing is better than the salt air and the sound of the ocean waves. Get outside, sit by a tree. But if you meditate, you'll get the answers that you seek. The answers to solve your business problems, who you should trust, what direction should you go, what's your next move. There's a wealth sitting inside of your belly. You just got to tap into it. And if you don't know how, get on that laptop and start searching. But meditation will bring you answers. It always does. Meditation. The one thing no one wants to do. No one wants to sit and just go blank, but that's not. Meditation isn't sitting and going blank in your mind. That's not meditation. If you can clear your mind like that, then you need to be telling people how to do it. Because there aren't too many people that can. That's why we have meditation techniques like yoga. Yoga is my meditation. It's my meditation on my body. When I'm moving, I'm breathing, I'm feeling, I'm hearing my joints cracking and all that other juicy stuff that's going on in the inner world. Music is meditation. You can sit still and just listen to music, listen to the ocean. Anyway, there's lots of ways for you to get the answers that you seek. You just can't be lazy about it. Because if you're going to be lazy about it, you're going to get a smack. This is the hand of heaven, right? He's going to conk you off the head. Believe me, you don't want to be conked on the head. I've been conked on the head plenty by the Spirit. Let's see. Strength is upside down and the temperance is upside down. Can we get some clarification as to why? Because somebody watching this video needs some help as to why they cannot control their temper. They cannot control their pride. They don't have any balance. So please, let's get some clarification on what's upside down, because that's why we tune in. This is what we're here for. So it's the king now. The King of Swords is upside down because, well, what does the King of Swords usually do besides being grumpy and direct, intelligent, direct, but he's more in his head than he is in his heart. So that's what I'm hearing. That the King of Swords energy, right, is upside, he's not in balance, and he doesn't have any control over his anger. It's probably just really like, I would be cranky and agitated if my life was out of balance. Yes, I would. Because a balanced life is a happy life. And this king is not happy because the king is not balanced, because he's too far in his head. So to the King of Swords energy, you need to meditate, because you need to listen to your heart. You need to listen to your gut, and you need to make a heart decision. You can use your heart and your head to make decisions. You just can't be head all the time, and you just can't be led by your heart, because your heart can be deceiving, right? But so can your thoughts and your fears. They all live up here, right? Fear doesn't live in your heart. It lives in your head. It lives in your thoughts, in your mind. So you're out of balance because you're too far in your freaking head. And what else? And this is the card that's the six. It's the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is where, it came upside down. But again, this is not the deck that I read reversals. Because this says the goddess of love. See, this is the female energy, because it could be a man with feminine, so it could be male or female, but I see a female on her knees surrendering, saying, or someone with feminine energy, this is what I want. Dear God of love, I've been through all the trials and tribulations. I've been through all the tests, and I know now. I know what I really want. And this God says, go and get it. You've learned. Now go get it, right? You're out of balance because you're supposed to be getting what you want. Page of Pentacles. Here you are again. You're not in your harvest. You're holding a big coin. So you've been through a lot of lessons. We saw this card last week. You've been through a lot of lessons, right? You're coming into now understanding how to care more for your energy, be it money energy or your own personal energy. But you're going to learn today to hold on to it. And don't worry, because this is a page, it's a very initial stage. You're learning how to hold on to it, but you see you're in the field, but there's no harvest yet. Because you're at the page stage. You've finally learned. You learned a lesson, but the harvest will come in due time, my pretty. Just hold on to your energy, right? Hold on to your energy. And when you do, the happiest card in the deck, the happiest moment in your life will be with you. Yeah, but you even though you have, they call this in the book the golden fleece. It's golden. You have it, right? And your ship is there, right? But you can't move. Why? You can't move because you're overburdened. Why? Probably because you've been helping too many people and giving your energy everywhere. But you're feeling stuck. Feeling stuck like Chuck. Stuck on love. Stuck on the biggest cup in the whole story. This is the initial sweeping you off your feet. Look, she's in the ocean. Didn't I tell you to go by the ocean? Somebody's stuck in love, but they can't move. But they know that this love is going to give them every bit of happiness. And maybe you're going to have all of that because you've learned to hold on to your energy and you learn to take up the risk to go get what you want. But this king needs to learn to make a decision from his heart. And you're upside down because you need to learn to control your anger. You need to learn how to control your rage and your anger and your ego. And you have to do those things if you're making a heart decision to go back to love, to care more for yourself, and to get out of these burdens too. Because you're out of balance. You're out of balance, right? Because you're stuck. So that's a lot to unpack in that row. So let's see. Give me more about giving too much of your energy and the partnership. What do you want the seeker to know about that? About you pulling back and not giving it away, but working with people instead. So working with a team and their coins meaning energy and money, rather than just sprinkling it all over the freaking place. Okay. We have 3. You're not hung up on... no, I'm not reading this in reversal. You're hanging back. Hanging! I'm sorry, you guys. When I get a clarification and I see something. Hanging on, or hanging back. That's probably what's going to make people say, maybe I should contribute more because this person's hanging back, holding back on the coins. Maybe I should pay my own cell phone. Maybe I should pay my own card note. Maybe I should pay my end of the bargain in this business. Wow, we got the High Priestess. Yeah. Maybe I should use more of my intuition. We've got it 2 times now. Somebody is using their intuition to say, you know what? Let me hang back, see what happens. See what they do. What do they do when I don't? And you know what that's going to do too? It's going to bring a lot of healing. When you start to hang back and you start to use your intuition that says, hey, draw back a little bit. Lay back in the cut. See what happens. See if they'll see if they pony up in their partnership. What's going to happen is you may be heartbroken over the reality. Ooh, this song is great. It's called The Forest by System of a Down. And a friend of mine said that the interpretation is, it's a rock song, but it's saying like, why don't you know that you are my child? Why don't you know that you are mine? And she said that's a song about God singing, and it's a rock song. And look at I'll get tagged on what do you call it? YouTube, but I don't care because I don't monetize my channel. I do my stuff for free, so you have the power to make the forest turn to sand. Look at that. Oh, why don't you? He's like, why can't you see it? Why can't you see that you're my child, that you have all these giftings? Why don't you know that you're chosen? Why don't you know that? Tell everyone in the world that you're mine. But it's going to lead to some heartbreak. You can take this promise. I make a lot of promises. System of a Down. Google it and YouTube it and listen to the words. It's very powerful. Because it's basically saying, the song to me is basically saying, wake up. Why don't you know who you are? My friend thought her interpretation was God singing to his children, saying, why don't you know that you're mine? You're mine. You don't belong to the earth. You don't belong to the demons. You don't belong to the people around you. You belong to me. My thing is, I see it as like, why don't you know who you are? Why don't you know that you can turn the forest into sand? You can do what you want with your magic. With your magic. Where's the magician? Well, it's in the little card. And did I have the magician? Or maybe I thought I saw the magician. Oh, here it is. No, I didn't. I saw the magician. It's here. And it's in the little card. So why don't you know? Okay, again, I got to go back to this. Because when you pull back, when you demand that people hold their own, the result is that you're going to be very heartbroken by what you see. The truth. Because, people will be like, well, I'm not getting anything from you. I'm out. I'm going to go find somebody else to take their energy and their coins. And that'll be heartbreaking. Because then you're going to be like, well, what? Well, you were only around because of what I had? Now you don't want to work with me because I'm not giving it all away? Get the fuck out of here. It may break your heart, but it will save you a lot in the end. Let's clarify that one. Okay, I got 2 cards on that. Because you're going to be busy working away on your own. All those coins you have to work, you're going to do it on your own. But it'll pay off. It might piss you off a little bit. Because you feel like, you know what, I've already done this before. And I got to do it again. Don't worry. because it's going to set you off on a brand new direction, and you're going to have more power and passion. Look at, what do you have in your hand? You have the world in your hand. Ace of Wands. You've got the world in your hand. You got the biggest stick with the biggest passion and the biggest energy, and that's what it's going to bring you. All the hard work on your own is going to bring you more than you could ever, more than any team of people will bring to you. And then when you have all that abundance, you're going to know how to steer that ship in the direction where you need to go. One more. Let's talk about, well, we already saw that the king and his money is upside down, and how he's walking away from all the letting these people walk away because too many people are too sneaky. Can you clarify that for me, please? And hopefully this will be something very optimistic for you, because nothing's worse than, checking your bank account. Oh! Sorry. I was going to say nothing's worse than checking your bank account and finding the funds have dwindled, and I wanted something positive. Well, what's more positive than a big ass motherfucking coin? You got 2 aces in a row. Boom, boom. If you were at a table with 2 aces, well, I don't know. I don't gamble, but I think having 2 aces in your hand is probably better than any other 2 cards in the deck, right? So, your coinage. So, let me just give you some good news then. Sometimes it's good to be afflicted because it teaches you, right? And what will teach you more than somebody's taking your money or taking your partner or taking your girl or your guy, right? Those 2 things, right? Because it's energy of people, right? And energy of cash, right? But when this reading is telling me about that loss and about how somebody has to, who's after a heartbreak, realizing that people were nothing but takers around them, are gonna bust their ass on their own because they're gonna get rid of the lazy takers, and it's gonna bring in more energy, more fire, more passion. You have the world in your hand, passion and fire and energy on the other, and then you're gonna have this big coin. Look at, you're gonna be strong, all those spiritual muscles to lift that coin, that precious, beautiful coin, bottom of the deck. Yep. And it's going to bring big, swift changes. It's going to bring, you're going to move so freaking fast. People aren't even, they're not even going to, you're just going to be a flash. You're going to be a, what was that? While the wind is still blowing. What was that? Moving so fast. I don't know. Did you see it? Looked like lightning to me. It was you taking off with your new business, with your new money, with your energy, with everything. Woohoo! Let's go on to some lessons. What are we, 48 minutes? Now that we have the story and energy, what is going to happen now that you've learned the lesson about holding on to your energy? Because that one card about holding on to your energy, you guys, as you know, has come up. I think this is probably now the 3rd week in a row. So take a good look. Feeling is also right. What's the song? Reminisce. 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 Go back. Go back to what you love. Whether it's a lover, or remember, we talk about business too. And I like to talk about business because I'm a very purpose-driven person. And I remember there were times where I would get readings done, and I would tell the reader, "Don't talk to me about love. I want to know about love. I want to know about purpose and what spirit wants me to know." And I remember I had one reader say, "You're different, because most of the people that want readings want to know about love or what's going on, like nosy stuff. Because you want to know about purpose and what God wants you to know." I'm like, "Oh yeah, love's gonna come. I know it's gonna come." But can you be happy in love when you're around a bunch of takers? when your purpose is not lined up, when your business is, when you don't have your purpose, your business, your money, your foundation, it's hard. It's hard to go. I can't even think about love, you know? I think about love now because I am in that space, you know, and I had 2 years of meditation. 2 years this is what spending time alone will do. It'll heighten your intuition. And it did for me. And being alone for the last 2 years changed me. It changed what I love to do. It, you know, physically it changed me. I mean, there's a lot can happen in 2 years. You can come out a completely different person. But I will tell you this. If you spend time meditating and listening to your intuition, you'll never need to tune into tarot readers ever again, because you'll have your own insight. And you'll be able to, the more you do it, the more you'll trust. I don't know if you can read that, but it says trust. It says trust. 'Cause I can't help the way that I feel. Love come down. All right, so let's see. Oh, we have one. Da, 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 da. Oh, success! Success! It says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love yourself, self-love. Because when you have self-love, when you love yourself, nothing can take you down. Nothing. But this is also success in business, the things that you love. Look at this, success. That's great. If you have to endure a little bit of heartbreak because of the deception around you and the takers and the people that really weren't there for you, well, it's a good lesson because abundance is on your way. Yes, I knew. I asked for something positive. We got something positive in this message because it started out kind of like, you know, it started out the way it started out. Success, abundance. I mean, happiness. What more could you want? Right? We already had the biggest love card with the ace. You have a lot of aces on the table. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. You got 3 aces. You can, oh wow, man, you can win a lot of money at a table with 3 aces. Abundance, happy. I don't even know if I want to even, I don't know if I want. Bottom of this deck, empathy. Yeah. Understanding. Yeah, understanding all sides, you know, you can empathize. You can do it from afar too. You don't have to keep giving away all your energy. Let's see, more lessons. Wow, you guys, that is, I'm almost like feeling like my hands are shaking a little. Look at that. It's like my energy is shaking a little. Wow. Yeah. But to be observant, that's kind of like meditation. You know, to be observant of, like, even in the room, like, that's my heater kicking on. And sometimes when my house is really quiet, I'll hear the house. Have you ever sat in your house with no music, no TV, no sound, nothing, just sit in the room? You hear wood cracking, pipes and stuff like that. Listening, just observing. That's a way that you can heighten your intuition. If you don't know how to listen to the soft, quiet voice within, sit in a room and listen to that. Listen to, you know, the wood cracking, like, because, you know, wood expands. My house is made out of wood, so in the summer I might hear that snapping sound of the wood or hearing the heat kick in and, you know, and embrace this moment, embrace the challenges, embrace the energy around you, manifest. I'm getting exhausted. I don't say, you know, to the people who put out these readings, 2 and 3 readings every day, all day, I love you. I love you for that. It takes a lot of stamina. But yeah, you can do it. You can manifest. You can do it. Bottom of this deck. Third eye chakra. Come on, baby. Look at this. It's how you tap into your third eye chakra. It's how you do your magic. That's how you're going to manifest. Because you're tapping into that high priestess side of you. Look at this. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have the little tarot deck. This one here. I'm going to put that right there. How many times does your spiritual team need to tell you to manifest? Manifest your abundance and you can do it. You can do this. You can bring things into your life. You can't force the wheel. That's the only thing. That's why love is the hardest thing to obtain, because it's the only thing that you cannot force. But everything else, you can manifest it. Everything else with a dedicated effort. So you have to be all in. You can't tippy toe. You can't put your toe in and put your toe out. You can't be in and out energy. You can't do that. You can't. You have to be consistent. Fluffy deck. I call this my fluffy deck because this is one of the decks I've had with me for forever. And they don't even make cards with this material because they do wear out. They make them hard like this now, this cardstock. But I call it my fluffy deck. So I'm very careful with my fluffy deck. It's also one of the Doreen Virtue originals. And, we all know that Doreen Virtue has Gabriel. This says, hold on. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow your insecurities to hold you back. So the angel Gabriel, she's the, is Gabriel female? I think it's like male or female. But this is the angel that brought the message when it was time for Archangel Michael to tell the devil to go into his devil cave, Oh, actually, it was, that was the message. That was the angel that brought the message. I think also the angel that brought the message that Jesus was coming, whatever, or to tell the 3 wise men. It was Gabriel, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's the angel of communication is all I'm trying to say. So your purpose involves communication. Already best friends. That's a fun song to dance to. Hey, you're already best friends. Person that you're thinking about, you're best friends with that person. But you gotta learn what that song's about. Maybe you and your best friends are gonna be light workers, because this is a light worker. And this says purpose. Communication involves your purpose. Light work is purpose-driven work. This card is saying you are meant to be a light worker. So now a light worker is somebody who helps people to heal. Okay? Didn't I say I wouldn't be surprised if the study card came up? But I thought it would come up on my deck. And it came up here. It says, schooling, study, and education will help you with your life purpose. Remember in the beginning where I said I wouldn't be surprised if study and learning is going to come up, because this is the high priestess, but she's also on the computer doing a lot of Google searching. What is a twin flame? How do I manifest a soulmate? What is manifestation? How do I listen to my intuition? Somebody's doing a lot of spiritual research. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised if study came up. I would scream and jump and shout, but my energy right now is like, it's like going down. I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to feel like, when your blood sugar drops and you're really, really hungry, that's what I'm feeling. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm like, ooh, it's really intense. I said it. But I can't get excited, because if I got excited, that would mean I would have to drum up more energy. And I'm trying to preserve my energy to get through this reading. But I love that. I love when I call it. I love it. It says you're at the end of the cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you, because somebody watching this is now going to go through a lot of changes based on everything that I just told you here. Based on everything here. And that's a lot of energy moving. They want you to be gentle. We said that last week when I said be gentle with yourself, because things are changing. And I have 2 more that fell. But yeah, you got to be careful too. See how she's looking in the jar here, or the lantern, and there's light? Because the light to me is light information. You're going to get divine guidance. So to be cautious, because divine guidance will also give you the roadmap to like avoid certain pitfalls, or to avoid certain toxic energy, people, places, things. And it's saying to pay attention, because you're being guided. You're being guided because you've asked. You don't get guided unless you ask. So if you didn't ask, maybe the person you're inquiring about is going through this journey, but I have a feeling that you did, that you are on this journey, you watching this. So you've asked and they're going to guide you, but caution is warranted. So pay attention to intuition. Pay attention. Bottom of this deck. Abundance. It says, let me get this right. It says, as you honor and follow the guidance, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart. Remember I told you about the king. The king of swords that was upside down was listening too much to his head and not his heart. That's why the king was out of balance. As you listen to the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you. So the key to your manifesting, whatever it is that's going to bring you abundance of business and like big, huge success in love, success in money, success in happiness, success in abundance that we keep telling you is your birthright, your abundance. How many times are we going to say abundance? How many times are we going to say happiness and abundance? You got to follow your heart, because they're leading you to the answers. You got to follow your intuition. You got to follow your heart. Caution is when you're in your head too much. This isn't going to lead you. This is where the prosperity is. This is once you get there, once you follow your heart and you get there, turn this on. And then you figure out all the little pieces to make it work. That's why you have the intelligence, right? But you got to use both. You have to have a balance. The key to happiness is a balance of using your heart and your head. Somebody's going to learn that. And also, I love this card, Teresa, because, well, she doesn't spell it with an H, but it's my middle name. And I love how it's a Black woman. And I love how she's just like, oh. So every time I see this, I see myself. And now I want you to see yourself. Holding on to yourself, taking care of yourself, taking care of your money, taking care of your energy, because that's all money is energy. Because if you're a lazy person sitting on the couch, are you going to manifest an abundance of cash? No, you're not. How many times have you heard about people winning the lottery and then going broke within 3 to 5 years? How that happens is beyond me. Because if I'm given even $1 million, turn that shit into 10. Give me $1 million. I'm turning that shit into 10. How the fuck can somebody win $25 million or $100 million, 5 years later be broke? I know how. But I know I wouldn't do that. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your money. You got to have a balance. If you're not balanced, you're going to... If you don't have balance within yourself, how do you expect your business and your money to be in balance as well? It's not going to happen. It's not. That's what the fairies come out and play. 1 hour and 4 minutes in. Hold on. I have one card that's in a different direction. It's follow your dreams and inner power. And I'm flipping that. Hold on. There we go. Now let's do this. Fairies. Fairies. I love fairies. Problem solved. So that's good. And we know that because we saw what happens when you follow the guidance. If you follow the guidance that is being given to you today, we know what the good outcome would be. It will be lots of goodness, abundance, and harmony, family harmony. Because somebody's learning to let go. That's why they're gonna walk away from this. Look at these people. They're like, whatever. You're not giving us more swords? Wow. 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 Letting go. Letting go is a beautiful thing. Letting go. Yeah. Creative expression. Yeah. Your creative expression is your key to cash money in the bank. No, that's too many people. I'm not going to be here for 2 hours. No, that was there. One more, because I am, my energy is, I need to restore myself. I need to get on the yoga mat. I need to eat something. I need to get an apple. You need an apple. Romance. Romantic partners coming in. And you better be balanced. Because nobody wants somebody who can't kick up their heels because they're overburdened with too many things that they got going on. Right? You kick up your heels and be happy. This is ending on a good note. So listen, wait, one more. Yoga preacher deck. One more. Let's end this. We already know that somebody is going to have to heal. Do some big, ooh. Now, don't you want to see that on the table? What have I been saying about all those aces in your hand? It's kind of hard to beat a whole hand of aces, right? Congratulations. This card is a congratulations. Because the blessing in disguise is going to bring you a jackpot. Jackpot, baby. Bottom of this deck. Soulmate. If you get a soulmate, right, that's romantic, right? Hold on. If you get a soulmate, a romantic soulmate, not just a soulmate, because soulmates are a lot of soulmates. Your animals could be a soulmate. Your teacher can be a soulmate. Your friends are soulmates. But when you manifest a romantic soulmate that makes you feel like you've been swept off your feet, there is nothing else in the world that will match that value. I promise you. Nothing in the world. Because you know why? You know why nothing can match it? Because you can't go buy soulmates off the shelf. You can't buy a romantic, sweep you off the feet connection that's real. You can't buy that. You can buy fake love. You can buy lust. You can buy a lot of pretty little things that are willing to show up and shine for you, but it won't be real. This is real. This is real. It's interesting that the story started with finding out who's on your team and finding out that people were doing a lot of taking. And it took those soulmates. Those soulmates, they were soulmates too. Because if they're teaching you and they're stretching you and they're making you grow, they're your soulmate, you know? But are they a season, a reason, or a lifetime kind of soulmate? If they change you, you know, or move you, they're your soulmates. But, so you got to be thankful for the people that kind of do screw you over. Because they help you to really reevaluate. And if the pain is deep enough, they will throw you into a meditative state where you just have to go in and withdraw from the world and be like, hold on a minute, you know, but how am I going to carry on with the rest of my life? I need to really stop, go within, meditate, figure out what the fuck I really want, do some research and study, maybe get a mentor, figure out how you're going to get yourself set back on that passionate path. And somebody did that. And they're going to not only become successful and have the happiness, they're going to have the ultimate. They're going to have not just a soulmate, but a romantic, sweep you off your feet, in love soulmate. Did I do the bottom of this deck? Yeah, I did. Ah. Congratulations. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I hope that you always do something fun. And, learn the art of meditation. Because all the answers that you seek, all the finances that you seek, all the keys to the kingdom, to the missing puzzle piece, the answer's there. You just got to learn to use both heart and head. And if you learned that lesson this week, congratulations. You are tapping in to the juice of life. Tell me all about it when it happens. Peace. What song are we ending with? Put some respect. That's what you're gonna say to people when you manifested this yumminess. You're gonna be like, oh, all you people who use me, you gotta put some respect on mine. I don't know the song. I just know a little bit of it. But there's a message in the song. Somebody's gonna be putting some respect on your name. Peace. See you next week. Put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Y'all finished? Or y'all done? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect